Alright, so I guess I stare down the barrel of the camera and say, this is our first podcast. This is the midweek podcast. We've clearly not done this before.
Obviously.
But we've got plenty of amazing content that we haven't written nor thought about. But we've got two brains that have undiagnosed ADHD.
I've got a few notes.
A few notes. So we'll just jump off with that.
I have a hair in my mouth.
So welcome. Welcome. This is Dan.
Hi, and that's Liam.
Yeah, so Dan's from the...
I'm from the motherland. We're going to cover shit that we like, I guess. There's going to be copious amounts of hours and hours of recording for us to possibly get 5 minutes that's actually worthy of posting online.
Yeah, and then maybe 2 minutes that people enjoy.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
And hopefully about 30 seconds for a reel.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't love a reel?
Yes. Yeah. If anyone wants to listen to it, first of all.
That's fair. And that doesn't include us two listening to it over again.
The general structure that I'd mind is not much structure, but I want to maybe just talk about interesting shit that we've found out.
Yeah.
Throughout the week.
Yeah. Any of those fucking deep dives.
Into
like YouTube's reels and things like that.
Yeah. And this section I like to call the rabbit hole. What have you seen anything?
Bro, my stuff's just been absolute brain rot at the moment. All my brain rot has been is like $1 million or an oiled up foot job from fucking Briar. And then it flicks to what's his face setting on fire that massive stack of cash. That's like that's the epitome of my brain rot at the moment. I think we're also going to cover
am I even recording? Sorry about that. I thought I wasn't recording, but I was. So
Action.
Oh god.
I was gonna say, along with rabbit holes and ADHD things, we're also gonna be wholly inclusive. We're gonna be wholly inclusive as to no matter your background, no matter your orientations, no matter your taboos. Within reason, as we discussed.
Yeah.
We're gonna be very inclusive and very open as to anyone and everyone can pitch in and say stuff, and we'll just talk about it. There's pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really anything off limits.
No, probably not. Just,
within most reasons.
Yeah, just nothing that'll.
Nothing that'll get us cancelled.
Yeah.
That'd be ideal.
Nothing that will make my loved ones and friends disappointed in me.
Yeah, I don't.
Predominantly.
I don't.
Family's different because they'll always be
that's too late for that.
disappointed.
It's too late for that.
Cut that.
We're gonna be inclusive. We're gonna be fun and interesting. Apparently, according to my notes.
Yeah.
We're gonna hopefully find people that want to interact with us, that want to give us stories, whether it be funny or otherwise. We can discuss those as well. I think any sort of like feedback would be nice. Again, I think being so small and stuff, you kind of gotta take on the feedback. So like, if people are like, this is what I'd rather be listening to, this is what keeps people more entertained when they're listening, I think those things will be helpful.
Yeah.
I think those things will be helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you want better audio quality and better visuals, then that tough shit for now.
Facts. Until you decide to make us rich and famous.
Yeah.
Which we're definitely not. This is what you get.
Rich in spirit and in soul.
Yeah, that's fair. We have girlfriends, so that's good.
Yeah.
That's rich in.
That is good.
Rich in spirit or household, or whichever one of them you want.
Shout out to them for putting up with this. Us.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
Well, Molly's gone to Vietnam.
That's how she's coped.
That's how she's
She's left.
She's left. She's left me, and now I just let my ADHD projects run.
Yeah.
As in this.
Yeah. To be fair, Danny backed it.
Danny backed it.
Danny backed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, go have fun doing your silly little podcast. I'll see you when you get home. Do you want dino nuggies for dinner?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and you get back and they're like, you got some potato smileys, but they're just like, that ain't it.
Yeah. Fuck, I love potato smileys. Man, they go so hard right now. I wonder if we should have snacks while we're here. Like, it'd piss everyone off.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can do. We should get like do a review of snacks as well. I'm thinking like.
Would you like some pommy snacks?
Yeah, and I can bring some iconic Australian things that you've probably not tried before, like
I
things.
mean, I have been here a while, so
Yeah,
possibly.
but maybe like your school time lunch snacks.
Spitball me.
Okay.
Because if you're gonna say like an iced finger bun, I'm gonna slap you.
Who has that in their school time lunchbox?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just thinking
No,
stuff that kids eat.
It's gonna be stuff like, have you had like jumpies?
No.
No.
Okay.
So jumpies are like a little, I want to say corn or wheat based crisp type snack, and you put them in they're in a little bag and they're shaped like a kangaroo.
Okay.
And they're fucking lit. And whenever you get the little like burnt one.
Are they chips?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
kind of.
We have a similar one.
Yeah.
They're called Pom Bears.
Pom Bears.
Yeah.
Pom Bears.
And they even have a little theme song with them.
Do Jumpies have a theme song? Write in the comments below if Jumpies have a theme song.
Right, someone write something. Anything, please.
Yeah, so there's Jumpies, you've probably had like your LCMs.
Yeah.
Your fruit roll-ups and shit.
Hell yeah, I have. We've done the forbidden fruit roll-up.
The forbidden fruit
Hell
roll-up.
yeah.
What else is iconic? I wasn't allowed a lot of these things because my parents thought that they were like the devil for some reason. So I would have to like trade my Yu-Gi-Oh cards for snacks.
That's diabolical.
And there was one time...
That's a diabolical childhood, having to trade out Yu-Gi-Oh cards for snacks. Did you just get like fucking raisins and shit instead?
Yes. I got like the little packet of the Sunrise
Sultanas. Oh no!
And bless my parents because they were trying to make me healthy, which...
Inadvertently made you more unhealthy?
Yeah. I think I'm alright. Yeah, I think I'm alright. But I had... The issue is that I'd have these salad sandwiches just on your standard like loaves of like Coles bread or like your Tip Top or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And they would be so like after like a 40-degree day at primary school of it just sitting in your lunchbox,
sweaty and sad.
With like an undrained tomato, like the tomato with all the fucking
all the juice,
all the goop inside, and then like maybe lettuce that had been like washed but not dried properly, and then you know when your bread just turns to glue, and you just have this like absolute like it's like holding on to what I imagine a blobfish feels like.
Yeah, it's like trying to pick up a jellyfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, but it's your lunch.
Yeah.
And it's hot.
Yeah, and then is it because it's so like full of moisture and stuff? The first bite you take just gets stuck to the roof and the bottom of your mouth, and you're just like stuck there like sucking the shit out your teeth to try and get it out.
Exactly.
Or you're fucking in there like.
So that was my typical lunchbox. Or it'd be a thermos of pumpkin soup, which was awesome on a cold day, but it would spill throughout my backpack because like cheap brand thermoses.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd trade my Yu-Gi-Oh cards or whatever I had. A hot ticket item in my primary school was when people had like mechanical pencils.
Oh yeah.
And we called them paces, which I think people call them. We called them paces.
Isn't that a pacer like the American people and shit wear for like heart problems?
Pacemaker.
Yeah. Not a pacer.
Not a pacer. But the so they were a hot ticket item. So because people would push the lead out and pretend it's a syringe.
Yeah. And you juke people with it and stuff.
Yeah. So I'd trade those for like snacks and stuff. And when I got my hand on those, I think it's like the Kaleido LCM. Like the one that has like the little rainbow choc chips on top.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
That was a time, was it?
That was a time.
Honestly, I can't lie. Your school lunches sound a little bit sad. I'm just putting it out there in the universe. If anyone I saw turned up with a lettuce sandwich and pumpkin soup in their bag, they'd have been duct taped to a tree and left there for a week. It's just.
That's a very good point. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, possibly.
Maybe that's why the hat was in the urinal.
See, I didn't really have that experience because I had like school lunches. So like you just get like some really sad rap that fucking 64-year-old Margaret had put together 7 weeks ago.
Oh, do you get them like from your actual like school
cafeteria,
canteen, tuck shop, whatever you call it?
Yeah. So you'd have like loads of sandwiches and shit like that, and then they'd do like pizza slices, which were the world's shittest pizza slices you've ever seen in your life, with just like tomato sauce instead of a tomato.
And the base is like this thick.
Yeah, and it's dry as all fuck, and the crust is so hard it's like biting concrete. Concrete. The poison, Cusco's poison. The poison is specifically made for Cusco's poison. Concrete.
I don't know why that's tickled me so much.
And then like you'd get like, I don't know, like a chalky milk or something with it and stuff like that, and it'd cost you like fucking $15 or some bullshit. Yeah. And then your mum would constantly be like, why the fuck do you need money again to top up your card? I gave you, I don't know, $10 the other day. And you're like, yeah, that gets me like 1.5 meals.
1.5 concretes.
Concrete.
Yeah, fuck.
So I had that, and then like I always remember, and I don't know if you guys might have had it, but like I remember they used to do desserts as well, like made desserts there as well, and like one of the ones that there was like a constant go-to was either of two things, was either sponge cake, plain, just a slab of sponge doused in custard.
That sounds lit.
It was slapped.
Yeah.
Alright, but the other option was the same slab without the custard, with a very, very fine layer of icing over the top and a few 100,000 sprinkled over the top.
That sounds less good.
Yeah.
Custard is supreme.
Custard goes hard.
Supreme leader custard.
Custard slaps. But those were pretty much your only two options, or a fucking shitey fruit cup with all the fruit looking really sad in it. You know, like when your strawberries are a little bit too old and you can tell they're all like really soft and mushy.
Yeah, and grapes.
And like maybe a slice of kiwi or two in there if you're lucky.
Yeah, I like them kiwi.
Yeah, you wouldn't have liked that kiwi.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was pretty much all we had in our cafeteria. And I basically just ran up fuckloads of debt. So like they would let you do IOUs.
You would have been sweet charming the cafeteria ladies.
Oh
fuck.
Fucking winker.
13-year-old Dan. Oh god.
Just so you know, if you saw a photo of 13-year-old me, you'd understand that I couldn't sweet talk anything.
Feral looking motherfucker.
But, no, I wasn't feral. Up until I was like maybe a bee's dick off 18, I looked 10.
Yeah, right.
I was such a late bloomer that I looked 10 like the entire time, and then all of a sudden it just sucker punched me and I was like, oh, I have a beard. And then I put piercings in and got tattoos, and now I look like
an adult,
decrepit father.
An adult again, finally.
Yay, I get to pay taxes.
But yeah, I think we should definitely bring snacks.
Yeah.
For each other and do a little tier list.
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna struggle with some of the English ones though, because most of the shops here only have like a small international section.
Yeah.
And honestly, the English snacks that they put in that international section aren't the top tier snacks from England.
Yeah, it's probably just like your...
They're all like your mid-grade fucking...
All the fucking digestives and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Firstly, don't slate on digestives, how dare you?
No, they're good.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They're good. The milk chocky ones, mate.
Come from our culture like that. Digestives are king. Tea and digestives are king.
Yeah. They're alright. They're up there. They're not my go-to biscuit.
Honestly, since I've come to Australia, my go-to biscuit now is a Tim Tam. Double coat Tim Tam. That is my go-to biscuit.
They're pretty good.
They are.
I feel like they're
also
internationally
worth
renowned.
more than the weight of gold per kilo at this point.
I don't fuck with any of the weird flavours that they do though.
No, I saw they put like a white chocolate and strawberry thingy middle one. I don't want that.
Stay in your lane.
Facts. Stay in your lane. Chocolate fucking biscuits.
Chocolate cream.
Biscuit.
Biscuit chocolate. No. Chocolate biscuit cream.
Biscuit
chocolate.
Yeah.
Do you do the slam?
I tried it. It's not really.
It kind of turns it soggy.
Yeah, I'm not here for it.
In a hot coffee.
Oh, it's not quite the same. It's not quite the same. Like we have a similar thing. So we have like the Cadbury chocolate fingers.
Yeah.
You do the same with those. You bite either end off and use it as like a straw. Slaps.
Yeah.
I tried it with the Tim Tam, but Tim Tam's so like
it's a bit
short and
it's a bit
thick.
awkward as well.
It's like I'm sticking a chode in my mouth and sucking for all fucking glory before I get the teeniest, tiniest sip of already cold coffee by the time it gets all the way up.
No, but it's not about it's about what it does to the structural integrity of the Tim Tam and turns it into like a little cakey thing.
I mean, yeah.
I get it. It's not my preference, but it's probably like if I'm smashing back a full pack of Tim Tams, I'm doing like 3 like raw, and then 1 slam.
Oh fuck!
And so you can like you can get like that variance in texture.
That's fucking hot.
You know what I mean? Like when you're done with one texture and you need another.
Yeah.
You gotta
flip it and reverse it.
Yeah.
Was it what Fergie says?
No, that's not
That's
Fergie, that's Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott?
Yeah. If it's worth it, let me work it.
Something, flip it and
Put the
reverse
thing
it.
down, flip it, then reverse it.
Yeah, and then...
It's your limited right now.
What the fuck is she even saying there?
She's saying...
Is she saying the same, but
she's saying
flip,
the lyric
reverse?
flipped and reversed.
Wow.
So when we play this back in reverse, that it's your limit right now, it's gonna sound like put the thing back, flip it and reverse it.
I hope that when you edit this, can you actually like flip it for me and have it play again the other way round as well, so that we can hear?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
I was going to also do, for the moment, because no one fucking listens to us, I was going to do Reddit stories or internet stories or anything like that. I completely procrastinated that and didn't find a single thing to read or write. So we're going to skip past that for now.
Yes.
Because
we're going to rely on the viewer to send in their stories.
Exactly. They're going to send us sweet, delicious stories.
Just make them up. I don't care.
Well, I'm gonna fuck. We're not gonna check.
No, I'm gonna fact check everything.
You're gonna fact check everything?
Yes.
But what if they give us I'm gonna pull some inspiration from other pods that I've listened to, and everyone listens to other pods and shit.
Yes.
There's one that does like war stories, which is quite funny, and they're basically not actual war, but they're more like yarns about like shit you've got up to and like injuries you've taken or weird sexual encounters or
having to deal with the post office. No.
I mean, unless the guy behind the counter just like stabbed you in the throat or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Not quite.
Okay.
We're talking more like, as I say, extreme. Hence the name War Stories.
War Stories.
I don't know if we can take the name War Stories. I feel like we might get infringed on something there, so we're going to call it something else.
Battle stories. Battle scars.
Battle scars. So yeah, if anyone who actually takes the time to bother fucking listening to us has any, that'd be slay to read out, because I feel like that'd be quite funny. But yeah, in the meantime, we're not going to do that because I procrastinated and didn't do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
We had work and stuff.
Yeah, true. True, we did.
What other sections were we thinking about doing?
Current affairs. Sorry.
Current affairs. Yeah. If you want like a really uninformed commentary on current affairs.
Yeah, where we have little to no information to base it off of whatsoever.
Yeah, I'll watch like a YouTube video from the news or something, but mostly just like what I hear from other people.
Yeah, I can't wait to really, really warp it.
Yeah.
Maybe it can be a bit like satire news.
Yeah.
You know? Well, we can talk about these things. We don't actually know anything about them whatsoever.
Provide a perspective on what uninformed or not that informed people think about what's actually going on. Because I feel like...
You want to do the obscure news?
Or just like, you know, we hear about all the shit. Like you hear about, Trump, you know, what's going on with Trump, what's going on with like the election, what's going on with, you know, any of the world affairs and or just anything that's happening. And everyone, like, you do form some form of opinion, or you don't give a fuck. But like, I would say that probably 90% of the population is not very informed and is like coming up with some shit. So we'll just give like, you know, a couple of hot takes.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Yeah.
That's what I want to give the people.
Got the best news. I can't do a Trump impression, I'm not even gonna fucking try.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'd also need to paint myself orange. I could probably get away with looking like Trump. I've got the hairline for it. I just cover it with the fringe.
You got the accent.
He's American.
Yeah, no. It's a joke. Rage. Just rage baited.
Oh. It's rage baited actually.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Did you want to talk about anything about yourself? What you got going on?
I'm going to bring up something that I brought up in the office with you the other day, which I thought was hilarious, and I feel like everyone should know about it.
What was this?
It was the oiled up pokey bum wank.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Right. I thought you were talking about that reel I sent you of the oiled up wrestling.
What? You know what?
That's probably where we made that connection.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
I'm going to come back. Dan tells a story, and I sit and just sink in my chair and get awkward.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. So, I'll be your dedicated sex expert, self-proclaimed. I had a very euphoric moment of a lot of coconut oil being used on a lot of body parts, with a wristy and a cheeky finger up the bum. And it was heavenly. It was heavenly.
Mm.
And I urge anyone who thinks, oh, but, you know, does that make me gay? No. What if a finger up the bum leads to
even
other
if it
things
did,
in the...
that's
to
fine.
be honest, yeah, to be honest, even if it did, it is fine. That's a fact. But also, people are like, oh, but like, what if that leads to other things, and then it's a plug, and then before you know it, you're pulling the strap out. Slay queen.
Do what?
Right, if you're going to get a better nut out of it, take it. That's what I'm saying is, take it.
Oh, God.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, don't yuck someone's yum. That's the main thing.
Fact. We don't kink shame here.
No.
No kink shaming. Other than that, I got to that because of the Turkish oil wrestling.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that. Why has that never been brought to anyone's attention ever?
Yeah, and so let me explain. Let me explain this reel that I saw. Because of the quality content that Dan and I share together, I get a lot of
A grade
I'm going to say homoerotic stuff, videos,
Content.
Mm-hmm. And this particular one, it was just, and it's also, I feel like it's a combination of being targeted as just a man, and like how it always thinks that I want to see heaps of fighting and
Right, really,
cars.
It's like, loud cars and fighting.
Yeah, it's just like, that's what you want, that's what you need. You don't get a say in it.
It's it's loud cars fighting and thoughts.
Yeah.
This is literally it. It's just like, you're a man, of course you want this stuff.
Yeah. And so this video came up of this Turkish oil wrestling, and it was like, for some reason they doused themselves in like copious amounts of olive oil.
Bathing in it.
Like literally pouring it, and then wrestle. And in order to get grip on each other, they just down the back of the pants, and probably
like,
just
it was just like fucking Spider-Man hooking their bumhole to get a bit of grip.
Get a grip and try to get a bit of grip.
Get a bit of grip.
And try to just flip each other. I don't know what the point of the game is, but I mean, it's probably fun.
I mean, look, the dudes looked great. All
They
fucking
look great,
oiled up.
yeah.
Like Turkish, nice tan.
Nice tan.
Stocky builds, fucking absolutely lathered in fucking
Good
olive
hair.
oil. Good hair.
Good hair.
It's been known.
It's
been known for Turkey to have good hair. And yeah, I don't know how it's never been brought up before. Like, it's apparently a traditional thing.
If anyone's Turkish out there and...
Yeah, can someone verify this for us? That'd be great.
Or was this just like a flash in the pan, 10 seconds of a 30-second reel that I watched and then immediately...
Sent it
quick
to me.
smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great if someone could verify that.
Mm.
And like, but like I saw like, to stop people getting grip on them, they were pouring it down their pants and stuff as well. So like, which brings me back to my fucking oily wristy. Like if you're trying to get a grip on someone and you just, you know?
So what you're saying is that you should have used chalk instead. Chalk in one hand.
Yeah, maybe that's how you win, is that you know that everyone's covered in oil, so what you do is carry a little like climber's bag of chalk, and then you counter the oil and yeet them and you win.
It's a mess. Flour. Just created nice oily...
Everyone's getting turned into fucking
oily
dough.
man cake.
Everyone's getting turned into fucking cake.
Is it cake?
Bitch, is this cake? So yeah, I don't think I've had anything else like interesting come up on my reels at the moment that's really piqued my interest. It's just,
I was more talking about you, like what's happening with you.
What's happening with me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because that's where that came from. And then I can already see a role unfolding as to like the tangents go, and I'll be like, all right, we come back.
We're gonna bring it back, bring it back,
to the topic.
bring it back. Where was we on that? So where am I in life? I'm a young father, which is interesting. Not young as in I'm young, as in.
Where?
I mean, I'm 29. I feel like that's actually slightly later on the old spectrum of having kids, really.
I don't think these days.
No, it's not actually, is it? I know some people, like some people in like the mothers groups and stuff, are like in their like mid-30s and stuff now, because a lot of people are driven obviously to have like their careers in place and stuff first for the security and the financial capability to have kids. They're not cheap.
No.
They're not cheap. I bought my little girl one of those fun bouncers. You know, the ones that come in like a frame?
Yeah.
And the bouncer is hooked in the middle and then they can just jump.
I needed an adult-sized version to fit in this doorway.
Facts. Firstly, that'd be fucking dope.
Yeah.
I'll be so here for it. They are so expensive. Considering it is just a metal A-frame with a bit of bungee and a fucking strap to it. It was $110.
I was gonna guess.
Sorry. Cut that bit out. Guess how much that is?
$12. No, it's $110. That's fucking crazy.
Fuck!
There's probably like...
That was the cheapest one I could find.
Yeah.
There was some that were like $200-300.
They probably like have to jump through like all of the safety standard hoops and shit.
Well, I mean, obviously,
but like
you don't want them to like bounce and it fucking fold in on them.
Yeah, it's just like a preloaded.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't realise the massive amounts of tension in the spring fucking fires her 7 floors up through the apartment.
Yeah. There's a scene in there's a reference in a superhero movie there probably.
My first thought was to go to The Incredibles when he throws old mate
Oh
through the
yeah.
wall, and then everyone's like looking down the hole and like sees him splattered up against like a filing cabinet.
Yeah.
That was my first go-to brain.
That's the correct one.
That is the correct one,
Yeah.
surely.
That's the one.
If anyone else thought of anything else, I'd be curious to know what they thought it was. Because that's like that was the instant go-to in my brain. Like instant.
I just went.
So we're gonna go through the trials and tribulations of raising a baby. We're beyond the newborn phase.
Yeah,
She's 8 months now.
8 months.
So we're beyond the newborn phase. The first like 3 months was chaos. Because they don't come with like an instruction manual.
No.
And like it was what felt like 2 teenagers that all they needed to do was go, oh, that was a big burp, and shh, 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 shh. And that was it. That's all we fucking knew.
Yeah.
So that's been interesting. But she's getting a lot more personality now.
Yeah.
So I'm finding that you start to actually enjoy it more the further on you get. Because at first they're just this scrunched up, cute little teeny tiny bean.
Yeah.
But that just all it does is cry and poop.
Yeah.
That's it.
But now she's like saying jungle diff and.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mid gap.
I told her how to flash QR.
Yeah, I've told
keyboard.
her how to FF15.
That's good.
Yeah, she's got her own keyboard now.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I came round and she was like, she was mashing that shit harder than when I'm freaking out.
Trying to hit your cue on Darius.
While things are on cooldown. Just like,
So she knows Jungle Diff, FF15, Bot Canyon.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of the important ones. So that's important. That's really important.
It's going to be so hard to not just talk about League all the time.
I mean, look, I feel like we are allowed to do large sections of League. It's one of our big interests. That and like music and stuff. If we ever go to like gigs or previous gigs we've been to and stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, from time to time we may come up with parental stories of I don't know, the time the baby decided to fucking exorcism vomit over me and Danny. It was horrific. It was full. Imagine. Have you ever seen? Which one of the scary movies is it where they do the spoof of the exorcism? And she like projectiles and it, like he gets covered in it and shit. It was that, but out of this teeny tiny little baby, and it was all just like milk. Yeah, that was pretty scary.
Stank?
No, it's just
I
milk.
guess it's milk, yeah.
It's just milk. Like it doesn't really smell. As long as you clean it up, obviously.
Yeah.
You can't let it go off.
It's not like
It's not like
4 a.m. after
post kebab vomit.
Post kebab, and for some reason you thought like another dart would be a great idea at the end of your night.
Too many tequilas.
Just before getting in a stinky Uber on your way home.
Yeah.
And just cranking down the window and just
sucking in any fresh air before I decide to throw my guts up.
Yeah.
I haven't done that in a long time.
No.
I haven't done that in a very long time.
Drinking's been not it.
I enjoy it socially.
Yeah.
Socially with a group of people, going to like a cocktail bar or something like that.
Yeah.
It's slay as fuck.
Yeah.
Going on like a night out to like a nightclub, not the one.
Could you imagine waking up to your baby just absolutely screaming their head off because it's morning time and you're catatonically hungover?
It just wouldn't work because they don't give a fuck.
No, and also
Don't give
like
a fuck.
you couldn't do it. Like you just have to do.
Yeah, bro. If you bowled in at 4 o'clock in the morning, she will either wake up when you bowl in because you'll be too loud and drunk, or she will wake up at 6:30, and you're fucked. There's no two ways about it. So the trials and tribulations of parenthood, and an FYI to the wife, slay her for being the home mother, because like I do my part, but I work full time, yada yada yada. She is there all day, every day, 24/7, mothering.
Mother.
Slay mothering. I had
yes. But yeah, like I think there's often not enough credit given to that, because like there's so much just people out there just talking about being like, oh yeah, but you just get to like chill at home. It's like, no, I
definitely don't.
No, like I spent like, even when I come over and you know give your partner a bit of a break, just having to like and just looking after Willow and just like having a bit of a playtime, and I see like the best side of baby
for the most part,
having fun.
For the most part, yeah.
And like trying to like keeping her entertained for like 30 minutes.
It feels like you're on stage.
Is
like worse than this.
Exhausting.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't imagine doing it for 8 hours in the day, plus then like your nap times, trying to get her down for a nap, and then like another 6 hours at night, and then having to.
I mean, look, luckily now she doesn't wake up through the night most of the time, but she will have times where she like fights the nap times and stuff, or she'll just fall asleep for 5 seconds in the car before Danny gets home, and then won't go down for a nap and stuff. So like, you know, there's like the timing and everything has to be so regimented.
Yeah. So
regimented, it's crazy. And then,
how does that work with your ADHD brain that doesn't like plans?
I'm actually used to it now.
Okay.
I'm actually used to it now. It was a little bit hard at first, but the routine is sort of forced on you.
Yeah. And
you face the repercussions if you don't keep to it.
Yeah.
And the repercussions suck.
Consequences.
I don't like consequences. There's no instant gratification.
Yeah.
So anytime I think of anything funny that's happened or anything that should be relevant to other young aspiring dads, I'll bring it up. And yeah, I think that's going to be like the basis of our stuff. It is going to be like league chat. It is going to be bands and music and shit. Yeah. And some parent talk and
I reckon like it's probably going to be pretty ad hoc for a decent period of time until we figure out what people like and don't like.
Oh, 100%.
And then
people turn around and go, "Damn, you
shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up."
Everyone tells me that, and I'm not going to do it. So
yeah,
crack on.
But if there's topics it's just like, nah, that's not interesting, or I want to hear about this, or you know, you waffle on too much. I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, and, I think if and when people actually interact.
Yeah.
And again say, like, I don't know, fucking that bit was well funny, or this I actually have a story for you. Like if we came back next week and someone had a story for us, that'd be insane.
If I get one person to listen to this that's not somebody I know,
facts.
That'd be crazy.
Facts.
And shout out to you.
100%. If you're listening to this and you're not related to us in any which way, shape or form, whether it be friend or family, thank you.
Michael from Carnegie, thanks.
From Carnegie.
Yeah. If I hit that, send this to all the Michaels in Carnegie you know. I don't know anyone in Carnegie, I don't think.
No, I don't think I know anyone in Carnegie. No, I don't think so. Do you want to talk about your band as well?
Nah, that could be another day.
Oh, okay, yeah. We'll do that another day.
Do that another day.
Yeah.
Do you have any other little segments, and we'll just do that and try to do it polished and then wrap up?
Yeah, because we're going to cut it down.
Yeah.
I might just
going to tax your water.
Oh, yeah. So this is an Ask Reddit, right?
Yeah.
And this was actually, this one was, what is a not safe for work story you would like to share?
Okay.
So it's just, you know, people putting out their stories. Here we go. Okay, so it just says, and there's not really a lot to pick up of this, but it just says, a few months ago, I was playing some icebreaker where you have to bend down and pick something up with your teeth with nothing but your feet touching the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds quite difficult in itself. Trying to pick some, try and pick something up off the,
I'm not flexible.
try and pick something up off the ground.
There's no
Only doing your
way!
feet. That's got to be some top tier yoga.
I gotta do some stretching.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Anyway, it was their turn, and they had tight khakis on. And when I bent down, my pants split open, right in the my pants split open right in the Panama Canal area, and my ball sack decided it would take the opportunity and say hi to everyone.
No undies. Commando.
Oh, just imagining fully clothed person teabagging the ground with only their balls hanging out in front of 40 people.
Is that at work?
Well, I don't know, because I mean, if you're doing like the icebreaker things, it's either like it's either in a family event or or like, I don't know.
I've got so many questions there. Like, the khakis ripped, but are they just freeballing at their family event or work event in their khakis?
Some people do. Some people do. Some people love a free ball. Sorry. When I'm... Sorry. sorry. When I'm at home, like, if I'll get changed into, like, trackies and stuff.
But in tight pants?
No, not necessarily in tight pants. Like, I wouldn't wear these and free ball it, I don't think.
That's a sicko move. That's crazy.
I wouldn't class it as a sicko move.
Yeah.
To just be free balling it in your pants.
In your tight pants.
Hey, look, maybe you wanna show the imprint off, you know? Maybe you're trying to flex on some people. Only for the showers, not the growers, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I probably wouldn't bowl around without jocks on.
Yeah.
You know? Probably good to keep the little package nice and tight. Keep it all sealed away. But if your thang is thanging it, and you're feeling some kind of way and you want to impress some people with a bit of a print down the old leg.
Each to their own.
Yeah.
Each to their own.
I feel like I've freeballed it a few times. Like...
You gotta wash your pants more.
Well, I mean, yeah, like...
I feel like when you're wearing undies and you wear, like, your jeans or whatever, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you don't need to wash your pants until they're, like, soiled with sauce from, like, eating. Like, they stay pretty clean.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're like swanging in there,
yeah, and you got the ball sweat and whatnot bouncing around in there,
stinky.
Yeah, you got that swamp ass.
that swamp canal.
Panama Canal has tickled me.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say perineum, and I'm pretty sure that's the bit. Is it perineum the bit between your?
Isn't that the gooch?
Yeah.
Is that a perineum?
Yeah, that's what I think. I think so.
Yeah, cool.
I
also realised this is going to go so off topic here.
Yeah.
But it's on topic. The gooch bit for a guy is way longer than a girl's. And that it seems to me as though guys' buttholes are a little bit further up than girls' buttholes.
Interesting.
Because I can find Danny's. Danny struggles to find mine. It's not in the same place.
Maybe you just feel special.
It's like from Family Guy with the guy with the really high up anus.
Yeah, it's down near your like coccyx.
I'm sitting on the shitter like this.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure that's a clip from Family Guy.
It must be.
It's like someone with the really high up anus, I think is he says. Oh dear.
Groovy.
we should probably wrap it up there.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up there.
I don't feel like that story went too well because it was very unplanned.
Yeah.
But perhaps if people are nice enough to actually send something in,
Yeah.
that we could read out, that would be
yeah,
funny.
I'll try to condense it.
You could condense some stuff down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. We'll send through a draft. Not tonight because I've really like my computer screen is right there, and I know League of Legends is sitting on my desktop just one click away.
Could literally alt tab into League of Legends right now.
Yeah.
And I'm only 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
The perk is we live pretty close.
We do.
And so I can be... The downside you're going to have is baby. Again, time schedule. She doesn't go to bed till like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Probably a good time. By the time I cook dinner, get my stream set up.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah. We should tell people the socials.
Yes. So we're going to put I think I've secured an Instagram handle, which is just mid.week. Did we even introduce what our podcast is called? I don't think we did.
It's called midweek.
Yeah, so that's week with the WEAK because
because
we're mid and week, and it's going to be released throughout the week, I suppose, or on weekends. But it's the midweek show.
I don't think we're neither mid nor week. I thought it was a league reference.
Oh.
I mean, what?
No, I meant like maybe not us, but like the podcast is mid and it's week. or you read into it how you like.
It's interpretive.
It's interpretive, but it's a midweek show, midweek podcast, and this will be our first midweek release.
Hell yeah! I think Reels will be good.
Yeah.
On the Instagram.
Yeah, I guess TikTok.
I feel like TikTok's dead.
Yeah,
like
there's
TikTok's
people on there.
Oh, we can make TikToks as well, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll try and secure midweek somewhere.
Yeah.
In TikTok.
And then YouTube will be something like that, along those lines.
Be like the midweek podcast or something.
Yeah. If I can just get /midweek, it's possible. Shoot us any feedback or inquiries. Mailbag to midweek@gmail.com. That's midweak@gmail.com.
Anyone that wants to sponsor us, feel free to get in touch. We are open to business opportunities.
Yeah.
They will be discussed very lightly because we will probably take them for the money. So if you'd like your thing sponsored, we will put it here somewhere.
Yeah.
Sponsored by I Get Vapes.
That'd be good.
That would be slay.
Imagine it just packaged like 6 or something. Just
send us like a little goodie box of
Yeah.
fucking vapes.
Yeah. I'll review products. I'll do whatever.
Hell yeah.
This guy's for sale.
Hell yeah. Wait until fucking like Love Honey or something wants to sponsor us. Hell yeah.
Do we have to do it on the pod?
That'll be for the OnlyFans.
I think yes.
Is it going to be like OnlyFans? Is it also going to be mid.week? So if you really want to see how weak we get,
cut that.
Do they not want to see how weak we get?
Yeah, I think
correspondence via email or Instagram is going to be best.
Yeah, or just wherever. Well, I'm going to look in all the places.
Oh yeah.
For a scrimmage of
We're gonna
attention.
look for our 10 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
We're gonna look for our 5 minutes of fame, and then we're gonna try and piggyback off of that.
Yes.
That's pretty much what we're gonna do. Same as everyone does. If I go huck to a spit on that thing, will I get my 5 minutes of fame?
I hope so.
Yeah.
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 Well, thanks. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.